Hello all, welcome back to the tutorial of C programming for beginners. Hi, this is Sakthi Arun, M.Tech student from NIT Patna. I'm technically supporting the missile Ingeniator. In this lecture video, I'm going to explain you guys with a simple C program for nested if else statement. Okay. For if else statement, I'm going to declare three variable as a, comma b, comma c. Okay. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the greatest among these three variables with the if else statement. Okay, with the nested if else statement. So to start with that, let us get the value from the user. Okay, let me give a printf statement. This is just for telling that what we're going to perform. Now we're going to perform like get the values from user. Okay, so get the values from user, so it will display whatever I typed in the printer statement, that will be displayed in the output window. Okay, so now let us get the values from the user with the scanf statement. Okay, so for getting the values, we have to give three times. It's three variables I have declared, so I have to mention the three percentage d. Okay, then ampersand a, this ampersand a. Okay, for integer we have to use ampersand symbol in front of the variable name. Okay, so three variables I have declared, and then I give I terminate, then we can perform an if statement. Okay, so to start with the conditions, let me first check. Actually I'm going to do with the concepts of, let me explain that. So what I'm going to do is I going to check first. There are three variables a, b, c. Okay, let me first check whether a is greater than b. Okay, so if a is greater than b, then you check that whether a is greater than c. Okay, which means that a is already greater than b and a is greater than c. If this both condition is true, then you say a is largest. Okay, in case if you find that if b is greater, okay, then what you do, this this if statement, nested if statement will be failed. It comes out to the else statement where you check that whether b is greater than c. Okay, so what does that mean? As a is less than b, it come to these conditions, and b is greater than c. If b is greater than c, then you say b is largest. Okay, b is largest. If this fails, then you go to another statement stating that with another else statement, you say that c is the largest. Okay, this is what we're going to perform now. Let me explain with the code blocks example, such that you will get a better understanding with the simple C program. Okay, so to start with that, let me first give a, whether it is greater than b. Okay, I'm checking with that condition. Then if it is greater, then you have to say that with the printf statement. Okay, so you can mention that a is greater than b. Okay, a is greater than b. Okay, so this is what you can mention if in case if a is greater than b. This slash n is just for it's a escape sequence for new line. Okay, so that's what I'm adding as extra features to for a better readable format. Okay, so if a is greater than b, then you say this is a you can say that a is greater than b. Okay, so if again if a is greater than b, okay, then you again check that. Okay, so in another if statement, you say that whether a is greater than c. Okay, so if a is also greater than c, then you say that a is the largest than b and c. Okay, so I can print it here stating that a is greater than b and c. Okay, so this is basically if statement inside another if statement. Okay, so in case if this if statement fails, then you say that in a else statement, we going to perform like, if in case if a is greater than b, if it is true, it goes inside here. If this fails, then what does it mean is if here b is actually greater than a, then another if statement has to be there stating that whether you check b is greater than c. Okay, if b is greater than c, already b is greater than a, so if b is also greater than c, then you state that b is, okay, so you say that b is greater than c. So let me give some small space here. Okay, so I am going to use the same printer statement here. Let me copy and paste it here. Okay, now this time you have to say that b is greater than b is greater than a and c. Okay, if this fails, then in another else condition, you should say that it is known that this among all conditions, a also smaller than b, and B is also smaller than C. So finally we can conclude that C is greater than A and B. Okay, so that's what a final statement. Okay, so let me prove it by telling that C is greater than A and B. Okay, now let me run this program such that you will get a better understanding with the examples from the user side. So I'm going to run the program. Okay, so I'm going to feed the input as 1, 2 and 3. Okay, 1, 2 and 3 I'm going to feed. So we can find that if A is greater than B, then it goes inside here. A is greater than B. Okay, okay, oh, sorry, I have to rerun the program again. Sorry, I made a small mistake. I have to hold with here such that you will get better understanding. Okay, so now what are the examples I given is A value is 1 and B value is 2 and C value is 3. Okay, so if you see here, 1 is greater than 2, which is failed, so it comes to the else condition, and you check whether B value is 2, which is 2 is greater than C, 3, and this condition also fails, so it comes out here finally else condition. In that you can say C is greater than A and B, because 3 is a greater value among A and B value. Okay, so in case if I give in a descending order, if I say A value is 3 and B as 2 and C as 1, then you can say that A is greater than B and A is also greater than B and C. Okay, this is because if you see here, if A is 3 is actually greater than 2, so this condition is true. Then it come to the inner if statement, body of the if statement, where it find that A is greater than B. Then the next statement is it's again check that whether A is greater than C. Okay, so A value is actually 3, C value is 1, so finally you can say that A is greater than both B and C. Okay, so now in the third case I'm going to give higher value for B. Okay, so I have given A value is 1 and B value is 3 and C value is 2. So now let me say B is greater than A and C. Okay, so now we found that B value is greater than A and C. Okay, so this is how if statement is basically performed. It's actually an example for nested if statement. That's because I have one if statement here. Okay, and we also have another else statement. Okay, and this basically, if you have only if else, then it's an if else statement, but inside else again we have another if and another else. Okay, so this is the best example for an if else statement. Or if you guys have any doubt or comments regarding this if else statement, please post it in the comment section video. Okay, thank you all for watching this video.